told my boys, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
I'm whipping the track out with messed up suspension. I drove it so fast that I blew out the engine. I kept it too real ever since the beginning. I play offensive D, I might switch my position. Lil' mama was thirsty, so I had to quench. I'ma drive real fast, cause you know I shoot quick. Just like Travis Kelce, I be having emotions. Just like a lamb, man, you know I'm exploding. My heart cold, bad, I ain't got emotions. I'm going hard, yeah, you know I'm devoted. We running streets, yeah, you know we control it. She love the kids, she be busting it over. I'm quarterbacking like I'm Kyler Murray. Trying to win, I'm up at practice early. Going crazy, I just real the jersey. It's the first half, and we done dropped 30. We just underscoring them, boy, man.
I told my boys, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
Money on my mind, head in the game. It's like I scored again, diamonds on them dance. I can hear the music playing with them bands. Crowd going wild, dived in the fans. I'm locking in on a mission, I turn on my vision. You young and she get like me. I got your shorty, she with me. I gave her a jersey, I told her to join my team. It's best you go where it's safe. You know how I play, I get to a sack like Frank. You can teach money to fly, I turn it up hop. I catch it and go to the bank. It's crazy, I'm used to the lights, I'm shining so bright. This visor will cover my face. You see me working and working, I'm getting it done. And soon they be feeding me grapes.
I told my boys, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
They screaming my name when I walk in the building. Yellow diamonds on me like I play for the Steelers. I'm in the field, yup, just like a Steeler. Oh, this your girl, Pop ain't had the Steeler. I hop on the beat and I float like a real. I caught a TD, yeah, right across the middle. I'm speaking thanks, boy, you telling riddles. Can't hang with the gang, so we had to sit them with.
It is a crisp, cool fall afternoon, and we've got football from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Denver Broncos and the Cleveland Browns. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. First play, Watson to the air. And his first look is incomplete.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
First carry for Nick Chubb. The Browns at 6-2 to start play. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They run it again with Chubb. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 20-yard line. They begin the drive with Williams, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Anytime you sack Russell Wilson, that's a win for the defense. But to get him here on his opening drive of the ball game, that's a really big win for that defense.
And the goal every week, keep him in the pocket. Don't let him get to the perimeter, because when he's in the open field, not only can he hurt you, but also you lose sight of receivers downfield, and they'll hurt you with big plays.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Open man Hamler, that's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that when they knew where the first down marker was, and they decided whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the first down. Excellent tackling right there.
Taken right around the 44. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually got to pick up a holding call.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and 3rd and 8 now.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
Now Watson. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 35. 40 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a Broncos first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. To throw is Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Tim Patrick, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And Chubb will try the middle here. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Now a dump off here complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson, right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. To throw is Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 39. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And again, it's Chubb. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They go up the middle with Chubb. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Watson. Finding Hockenson here on the out route. And the Browns are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create, and if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Dillon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Third down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. They'll give it to Chubb. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
will indeed snap it to Watson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Bronco defense comes up big. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 14-yard line.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Here's Watson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Watson. His throw incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They go with Chubb on second down. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Watson now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
An incomplete pass on first down. Here's second and goal. Off of play action, it's Watson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Back to throw, Watson. And it's caught. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be fourth and goal.
A gain of 13 yards. Brings up fourth down and goal.
Watson looks to throw again. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, it took them a little while, but they are on the board here in this third quarter, and now with a chance to tie this up.
And it gives them a chance to exhale just a little bit, right? Because most of the time, if your first points come in the second half, you're often hopelessly out of the game, but not in this case. Now they have something to build on and a chance to mount a comeback.
Extra point by York is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin first and 10.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 49 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. On the option, it'll be Wilson. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The kick by McManus is good, and that will finish off this third quarter of play. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Chubb on the counter, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. It's taken to the 26. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we could make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Browns on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points, but it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Browns drive about to get started. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet. Not
a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Looking to throw. Watson. This is intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Williams going to get it again on second down. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. So here now is Brandon McManus in a big spot. He hit his first, this one from 38. The kick by McManus is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it?
And now Watson throws another interception. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards on the play.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback. Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
I think.
Play action. It's Wilson. And he's got it. Touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Watson. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Watson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. So this offense able to convert on 4th. And now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Watson. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 39. He's going to let this go. Back in the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
One last throw here for Watson. He's going to take another shot here, and that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be, and time has run out now on this game. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Broncos, they're back to 500 as they move to 4-4 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Browns, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11.
would I ever have to cop a chain a game when the QB chain birth most of chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the Big Apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrive. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused, spoiled little boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city as my